Hi guys, welcome to another night at the shop. Well, it's been hot. No rain. Joe said he's been getting a lot of rain out there on the East Coast. Out in Rusty, Rhode Island, we're not getting any rain in Missouri. At least not in Hannibal. It's not too bad in the tent. The insulation keeps the frickin' evening sun from getting her warm, and I got a fan going. My dogs are digging a hole under that table. Not really sure why that table's in my garage, but they're digging a hole. They used to have a frickin' big old hole in the middle of the floor here when the bug was up there. They had a deep old hole. But yeah, got a fan going. It's nice in the garage. But I was working on the doors because I got that one sitting so nice. The driver's side's been hit, so I knew it was going to be a challenge. So I ended up cutting that front pillar up, or out, cutting it loose, so I could raise it up and down, and could mess with the door. And Craig, yes, I did use a block of wood in there to try and bring it back a little bit, and I did get it pretty close. That front gap is, or that back gap is still too wide, but I got the gap on the bottom right. The latch is all loose, so she moves in and out because the latch is loose. But that's not looking too bad, but I've been fighting trying to figure out what in the heck is going on. I lift the body up and down, I adjust things, I keep on messing with it. Well, this is all wrinkled. I always knew that top was in just a little bit because she got smacked. So I went and looked on this side, because this side's never been hit. And that lip is pretty straight. There's no wrinkles. So I'm like, oh boy. So I got out the square. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. So you're on a square down there. It gets a little wide at the top. Let me get this thing on here right. It's got a little bit of a freaking gap up on top and bottom. And then you put her on there. And that's pretty straight up and down. So I went to this side. and she's not straight up and down. And sorry. Yeah. There's why my door won't fit. She was hitting the top, and this whole frickin' thing is... Because I put it there, and I got that much of a gap. Put it down there, and I got no gap. That whole top of that door is pushed over. So no, that's never going to fit in that opening. So yeah, I'm fighting a losing battle. You can buy a door for a 60s Beetle, but they don't make a door for a 75 Super Beetle. There's somebody in Nebraska that has a bunch of Volkswagen doors, but that's 250 miles away, so 500-mile round trip if he had the right door. At about 17 miles to a gallon. And $3 a gallon for fuel. Oh, man. I'm going to go on Facebook and see if there's somebody around that'll either has a Super Beetle door they'll sell. Because that one is the top that's tweaked. If I could borrow a good door, I could put a good door, get this all to fit a good door, lock it all in, and then make this one fit. Or if they have a good door but the bottom's rusted out, this one isn't bad. It's not rusted out. It's got surface rust, but I don't think there's any holes in it. So I don't know. I gotta see if I can... there's no way I can adjust that opening with this door. It is... it got hit here, which pushed this whole top piece. I'm gonna guess it's right about there. If it got hit here, if they backed into something and caught this top edge, it would have pushed this, and that would have let that pillar come over, this come up, and that's why I'm rubbing on my drip rail when I shut it. Right in there, but I do have it. Pretty freaking close. The latch is all loose, so I could keep messing with it. But that bottom gap ain't bad. It's only up in here now. So she's really close. I could adjust that latch to where it sits right. And that body seam is pretty close. The gap up there isn't too bad. She's a little tight right in here. But that's because it got pushed up when that corner got pushed over. So yeah. Not sure what I'm going to do there yet. So, I am going to get on Facebook and see. There's Volkswagen guys all over here. There's a Volkswagen Club in Quincy, which is 30 miles away. So, there's supposed to be a Volkswagen guy in town. I haven't met him yet. Maybe somebody has a Super Beetle door I can borrow or buy off them. So yeah. I knew that gap was never right when I bought it. I always thought it was the panels. I didn't think it was the door was bent, but it's the door's bent. So yeah, I think I'm going to get on Facebook and do a little networking and try and figure something out. If I can figure something out, and it's going to take a little bit, I still have the CIP1 order that came in, has that quarter panel for this side. So I can start fixing the bottom of that quarter panel. And I've always got all this welding to do. I mean, there's so much welding to do on this car just to finish up some of these welds and these repair panels. So I have plenty to do. Might not be the best entertainment, but hey, it is what it is. So let me see what I can do about finding a door. If I can make that opening fit a good door, then I can make that door fit the opening. I just don't want to make the opening fit that door and then at some point have to put a good door in, because then it'd be totally messed up. So I have a feeling if I got a block of wood in that top corner and a sledgehammer and I have everything braced right, I could knock that 1/4 inch back into place. But I don't know, we'll see. I might still have to do that. Alrighty, I guess that's what I'm getting done tonight. Search and Marketplace, Facebook. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.